To St. James's Park we go, and Newcastle United 1 point off the top of the table to high-flying Arsenal, who were last season's runners-up, this season's log leaders. Newcastle trying to get back to the top of the table, hopefully defend their crown this season. Today we face Brighton at St. James's Park. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. Albon Lafont makes way for Shea Given. Micah Richards comes on for Simon Kier. Jude Bellingham screaming for an opportunity there, and he come in ahead of Paul Gascoigne. Harry Kane will make way for Andy Cole. Victor Ruiz, he is looking in the mood as well. Okay, you'll get a place on the bench at least. What else we got? Ferran Torres, the new signing. Got nowhere to put you, lad. Yeah, that's gonna be my side. They look up for it, I tell you. Well, maybe, hello. Steve McManaman will start ahead of Gareth Bale. Why not? Or Jack Grealish will start and leave McManaman on the bench. Let's see how that goes. Okay, Brighton and Hove, another 5-3-2. I did beat them last time around, so I'm hoping I can do the same again. We put in a good performance against Sheffield United last time out, and another one like that will give us another 3 points and keep the pressure on Arsenal above us. Lovely evening here at St. James's Park. Always cold. At least no rain or snow tonight. Alan Shearer, who's got 23 goals already this season in all competitions, and closing in on his 200th goal for Newcastle. I want to go through that a little bit later with you guys to show you, since I started playing with Newcastle, we're in season 4 now, how the goals have been coming in. If I remember that, we'll do that. Here we go. Kickoff. Shearer to Busquets. Boy, signing Busquets really did make a difference for us, I think. He's a good defense. Oh, nice turn there by Adama Traore. Andy Cole gets the shot off, and the keeper makes the save. Yeah, look, I started with Declan Rice there at defensive midfield, and he was pretty decent. Desai! Oh my goodness me. Declan Rice is pretty decent there. I toyed Javier Mascherano. Verratti played in defensive midfield for a while, and he wasn't too bad either. But Sergio Busquets, initially got him on loan from Barcelona, and then they spent big to take. Oh my goodness me, that pass there hit the back of Bellingham's heels, unfortunately, and that one doesn't turn out quite the way Newcastle would have planned. Bellingham now trying to win it back, and Bellingham certainly come on in leaps and bounds. Yes, Micah Richards. Oh, does well, Micah Richards. Oh, and lets it out of play for flippin' hell. Grealish, who has, I gotta say, really struggled. Oh, Adama Traore does well here. Can he find the pass? Oh, he cannot. Andy Cole still has it. Andy Cole! Yes, he does! Opens the scoring for Newcastle. The pass didn't initially get through, but the intercepting touch from the defender was a heavy one and gave Andy Cole his second bite of the cherry. And he made no mistake with that, did he? Look at that, a nice ball here from Adama Traore. I think the pace on the pass maybe just caused the defender to miscontrol that one. He got a touch on it, but Andy Cole was quick enough, nimble enough to change direction and re-challenge for the ball. And Cole, just some quick movements in front of the keeper to get him off balance there and finish smartly. Newcastle United are 1-0 up, and the champions slipping ominously into gear here in the second half of the season. Michael Richards picked this one up. Gets it away from Tariq Lamptey. Yes. Jack Grealish. Still has it, Jack Grealish. Gets away. Finds Alan Shearer. Who finds Castona. Who tries to find Andy Cole. He's offside. Alas. Yeah, no, that was expecting a lot. There wasn't really a lot on for me there, but wouldn't it have been cool if that was onside? I don't think Cole would have got there though. So I had a boys' night last night. We watched a bit of rugby, and then they brought out the FIFA console. I mean the FIFA console. They brought out the PS4 to play some FIFA, which, as you can imagine, not my forte, of course. I've actually never played FIFA 22 until last night. But one of the dudes there was quite keen on playing me because he had heard that I'm pretty decent at footballing games. And you know, I don't think it quite works that way. If you're good at footballing games in general, you will just automatically be good. If you're good on PES, you will automatically be good at FIFA kind of thing. Because you know, the game engines are slightly different. The game lends itself to a different style of play. I think the PES style is a bit more adaptable. A FIFA player would struggle to play PES, whereas a PES player would probably be able to play the same style on FIFA and it will still work. And so it proved. I played 2 games, and the guys I played against were, I mean, they looked pretty decent to me. In terms of playing FIFA, they were heavy on the right analog stick. You know, lots of tricks and step overs and fake passes and that kind of thing. And I remember chatting about this once before also, that the FIFA game breeds a certain kind of player. And I'm speaking generally here because I saw some other guys play later and they were playing the beautiful game quite beautifully. But yeah, so there was a lot of tricks and you know, needless step overs and all the kind of things that you know, FIFA encourages. And I was quite confident that I was going to get 9 shades of shit kicked out of me because well, I don't know the game. And you know, when you play these games, it's important that you know it well enough that you don't think about what you're doing. You know, it's got to be instinct. Your fingers got to naturally. Oh, what a pass that is from Jack Grealish, and Alan Shearer makes it 2-0. Newcastle 2-0 up here, and he comes straight to Jack Grealish to thank his man. Great work there from Grealish and Shearer. Look at that. Skip past his man, left him for dead down the flank. Jack Grealish gets a cross in, and Alan Shearer at the near post. Yeah, so like I was saying, I was expecting 9 shades of shit to be kicked out of me because, you know, when you're playing a game, it's important that you don't think about what button you need to press. Oh wait, this one is a sprint on this game, yet the other one is sprint on my game. Oh, you don't tackle with this button, you tackle with that. But as soon as you lose that split second to think, you pretty much lost the game. And Shearer here wins this one back, gets it back to Adama Traore, and Shearer finds Andy Cole. Back to Shearer. What a piece of play from Newcastle. It's 3-0. And when I played yesterday, that's basically the kind of stuff I was doing. I knew I was never going to be able to match these guys on skills and shielding the ball. And FIFA has that thing where you kind of you push the right analog stick forward and the guy pushes the ball ahead of him to run onto. And it's all cute little stuff, but I mean, if you don't know it, then you're not naturally inclined to use it. You know, if you don't know the tricks, it doesn't come naturally to you, you're not going to use it as part of your gameplay because it's not your game. So I was just sticking to what I knew, and that was exactly the kind of stuff I was talking about, like what I just scored there. Quick passing, seeing the third man run through balls, and here's Andy Cole again trying to find Alan Shearer, and he's knocked off the ball. And I played the first game against the first dude, and he seemed a pretty decent player to me as well. And I knew I didn't quite have the tackling down, so I just concentrated on defending the lines, so to speak, covering the passing channels like that, because I was never going to be able to put in these. I'm not quite sure how the tackling works there on FIFA, but the guys were tackling me no end, you know. And the only times I scored was when my passing ability left me in enough space that the defender, oh, good tackle, couldn't make a tackle complete because I completely pried open the defense. So, and every time, like I played nice pass there, like they do a lot of that stuff where Jovetic with a great shot there, where they run through and then they skill down the wing and then they run past, they'll run past 3-4 guys using skill moves, which is for me a very FIFA thing. You know, they like to do that because that's the kind of game it is. He'll dribble past 3 or 4 of my players, and let's be honest, it wasn't too hard to dribble past my players. I don't know how to tackle. So I keep instinctively going to the pairs buttons for the standing tackle and so on. So the guys were just drifting past me. But I gotta say, I think I held my own there. I won the first game 1-0, and that was mostly due to me defending well. I don't know if well is the right word. I defended doggedly. And the second game, this dude was the one who was quite determined to play me for some strange reason. Castona there, Adamachore, and it's his console, it's his home ground. You know, he was quite determined because he'd heard how I play pairs and I enjoy the game and all of that stuff. And I expected myself to get hammered, and truth be told, if he took the game a bit more seriously, he probably would have hammered me. He went 2-0 up quite early, and I thought, oh, nice work there. Look at that goal, my word. Stefan Jovetic there sets up Andoni with the easiest of chances, and how was that? It's going to be too little too late, but nice work. Yeah, so anyway, he went 2-0 up, and I'm thinking, oh shit, I am going to get quite a hammering here. And gradually, after 2-0 up, he started showboating a bit, I think. You know? I think it was showboating, or maybe overconfidence. Needless step overs, trying to dribble past my whole team with one man. You beat the defender, then come back and skill past him again a second time. You know, for me that's not really skill in a game. That's just you knowing how to do the dribbling moves. That doesn't show me your understanding of footballing games, or you know how the game is meant to be played. But he started doing a whole lot of that stuff, and eventually I brought the game back to 2-2. And I was a bit surprised, but anyway, it happened. Maybe a little bit luckily as well, as one of those I headed in a corner, and those are, you know, a bit of a lottery. And that is the final whistle. So going back to 2-2, and you know, that's when the dude sits up and leans forward and gets serious about the game. He made it 3-2 quite easily as well, because shit, man, he was tearing me apart. And he somehow couldn't get, I mean, yeah, I think he came out in that second half determined to put me through the sword there. He only managed to score 1, and funnily enough, shit, man, I couldn't believe it myself. I equalized right towards the end, 83rd minute or something like that, and I was like, what? There's a dude who's been practicing and he knows the game, and look, I won't lie, he's a better FIFA player than I am. Mostly because it was the first time I played the game. But it's not a difficult game to learn. I'm not so sure that style of play appeals to me. There's just too much of that tricks and Look, in real life, players do tricks and stuff, but that's not really how the game is played. Nobody goes dribbling past 3 or 4 or 5 guys to score a goal and then celebrate as if you did something great. That, for me, I don't know. Am I wrong? I don't think I am. I mean, everybody has their own style of playing, but I don't think a football game should be about a player who can run past. And I told him, and when he asked me what skill moves I know in PES, and I said, no, PES game doesn't really favor that style of play. If you come out there and you start doing a whole bunch of tricks and stuff and you're playing at the highest level, you'd get taken the feck out. The game just doesn't allow really for that kind of thing. It's more simulation. You know, what you can conceivably do in real life you can do in PES. Whereas in FIFA you can just go dribbling past one man, past the whole team, and you won't get close to him, which is a little dumb, I think. I don't know. By the time you guys watch this, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Elsewhere, Chelsea with a win against Tottenham away from home. Arsenal defeat Nottingham Forest, so that's the main one I'm looking out for. And wins for City, Liverpool and Manchester United. So more of the same, nobody moves. And I think the top 6 have gotten into something of a holding pattern here, looking for someone to blink. Certainly doesn't look like it's going to be Arsenal. They've got on there the first team to reach 50 goals scored this season. Newcastle joint best defense with Chelsea. How about that? Join me next time. And the games are coming thick and fast now. We travel to the London Olympic Stadium where we will face West Ham United. And Newcastle will be looking to navigate this flood of games coming through and come out the other side still in touch with the log leaders. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.